Alright. So, alright. So, guys, welcome. Thank you for joining me on Not Another Podcast. This is the second night of ConnectiCon, and we are sitting here with...
I'm Purple Deadpool, known as the Grateful. I was here last year, this year, and the year previous.
And...
I'm Zenpool, and last 3 years I was Deathstroke the Terminator.
So, where'd you guys come up with the ideas of doing these characters, these different types of Deadpools?
My inspiration was entirely based on a whim, because before entering the comic stuff, I always knew that there's going to be a million red Deadpools, and that's what expression that everybody's going to be on. So I decided, like, what if I go on a completely different spectrum and just enter on a pure whim as a different color. And my original, I wasn't going to go with purple originally. I was actually looking for brown. Couldn't find it. I was looking all over Google, Amazon, and any cosplay page you could find to order. Couldn't find it, not even eBay. And I ended up going onto a site called uniture.com, and I saw this mask, which was like $40. It's really good material. It's pretty breathable. And ended up buying that. And then all of a sudden, like, well, I have to have a suit that matches this, because I don't want to go to like, what do you have, those at-party stores, you know, like, Go Party or something?
Yeah.
I didn't want to get something cheap like that, because it makes you itchy, especially 90-degree weather.
It gets pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty fair. So how about you? How did you come across and decide, like, on this, like, Zenpool kind of thing?
Well, like I said previous, last 3 years I was doing Deathstroke, and that was going fine and whatnot until my last time where I decided to make my suit out of a form of fiberglass called DJ. It's used for wrapping pipes, keep heat in. That was my mistake right there, was I almost had heat stroke wearing it and had to throw
This poor man, right? By the time, at the end of the convention, was it last year?
Yes.
Alright, so it's last year. We went to this hotel room to get like a couple drinks in. This poor man had literally steam coming off his skin. Like, it was so hot.
I don't even remember it. He reminded me I was so out of it from that. But
It was like treacherous.
with the exception of the mask, I threw that entire costume away and slept through the rest of the con. So I'm wasting
the
money.
mask, but it's not anymore.
You did Deathstroke 1 year before, I think, right? And did you do it to Cosplay Night Court one
I
time?
was in cosplay.
Yeah,
I remember. I was very on the vulgar side. You told me to just go loose. And then he pulled me aside. What is Sweet Brass?
Slick Brass.
Yeah. I was called Sweet Brass. But he pulled me aside. He's like, a little too far. You did good though.
And that kind of panel though is like one that's supposed to be over the top. So when somebody's telling you to pull it back a little bit on an over the top panel, you're doing something right.
But so for this year, I decided I want to do something a little bit more breathable. Something that
I was actually going to ask you, how do you feel about diving into Deadpool for the first time?
Well, that's another thing about that. Like, you know, I want to do something more comfortable, and I want to do something that was, Deathstroke's a very stoic, serious character in a lot of ways. So I was like, you know what, I want to, at least for 1 year, have a more humorous aspect of Deadpool, and like, you went with the purple Deadpool, and now you have the Witcher aspect mixed in with it, while still keeping your iconic mask.
Yeah.
And for me, it was just, let me do a Deadpool that no one's really done. I even asked my friend James, who's a professional Deadpool cosplayer. Hi, James. He said he has not seen anyone do Deadpool. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. And actually, quite a few people recognize
Was
me.
he actually a character in the universe somehow, though?
He does have
yes.
like it's like it's in the main comic, but it's like a side thing. So when you read them out in the main comics, Deadpool is always doing something cocky or out of basically fourth walling or just completely extremely crazy. And Zenpool is basically the opposite of that.
He is a literal opposite of Deadpool. He is a pacifist and does not kill.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I figured I'll do this as a little bit of an alternative thing for now, and it's actually worked out fairly well.
Is he actually like still a wisecracker though? Like
He is, but in a very passive-aggressive way, and the only violence that I've ever seen him do is he'll defend himself hand-to-hand, and in one issue, he beat some robbers with a frozen turkey. So while still keeping with the character, he's just pacifist Deadpool.
Okay. So besides the purple mask you got going on here, you've got like this chainmail armor plating going on here. You got your swords in the back. So he said Witcher. So how did this come about? This kind of like chainmail kind of stuff. Where'd that come from?
To be honest, I spent a year bored straight on Steam, and I was thinking, I'm a big fantasy guy, so I like everything that's like fantasy games or dark fantasy, or I'm not a big fan of anime fantasy. I can't get into it. Not my style. But I was going through the Steam store one day and I saw like, The Witcher 3 is on the Steam sale, so I decided to give it a chance, because like, at the time when it was released, everybody's mainstream and they're going crazy about it. So I waited a year after that. I was like, I'm gonna play this game, see how well it actually lives up to the hype. And then by the end of it, I was extremely like, it was amazing. But the ending was completely phenomenal. 100% grade A on CD Projekt Red's part for making that, even before making their expansion pack. But when I saw Geralt, it's like, you're not playing a character that you play and then you go and adventure. You're actually playing somebody who's in a world who actually experiences and actually has actual human feelings. But you know he has mutated feelings. It's because the reason why he has that mutation is so it doesn't...
Monopolis.
Yeah,
Monopolis.
Yeah, I was about to say that Monopolis.
There's a pack, I think, somewhere.
What do you think this is? They just come in here asking us? No.
Alright, so we got a little unfortunate event here. So let's go back real quick. So you were saying about your armor. I was asking about your chainmail kind of stuff here, and you started getting into Witcher 3 related stuff. So
I figure I talked about the game first, and then talk about where the source of the material came from first, so people can get a better understanding had they not played The Witcher or thinking about playing The Witcher 3. If you're thinking about playing The Witcher 3, do yourself a favor, just do it. Don't question it, just do it. You'll not be disappointed at all. But you're playing a character named Geralt. He has like a very mutated like eyes. His eyes are basically like cat eyes, but his armor style is basically
This chainmail.
this chainmail material.
100%.
He basically, this isn't his first. It's the start of the year, but the start of the year is also considered the low 30 year.
But it is the most iconic, right?
Yeah, it's definitely the most iconic. He definitely has two swords. I did, however, have an actual Witcher prop sword with a Deadpool logo icon on the end of the hilt. Forgot to bring it. It was the one thing, and I feel super disappointed, and I'm sorry for everybody on YouTube. And
that's the one thing that makes me nuts at times. You get to a con and you have like a pimped out costume. You're all excited to show it off, and you forget like the pair of boots. Or you forget like something that like really makes it complete.
Exactly.
You're like, God damn it!
Exactly. No, I was sitting at my hotel, and I was like, oh, I can sit down, wait for my friend to check in, and then everything is just like a backplot. And it's like, I forgot the sword.
Actually, so the one girl that we're actually rooming with here, the one that won the cosplay contest.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Maya won first place. Fantastic. So her Seventh Sister Star Wars outfit, she actually texted me like Thursday evening, and she goes, I'm fucking pissed. I'm driving home. This is insane. I left the chest piece at home. So literally the thing that would make the entire costume work, she left it at home, and so she turns around, she books it back.
How far away did she live from the
I'm not sure, but it took her like another extra 2 hours to get here.
Oh, wow.
So between going back and coming back.
That sucks.
So I mean, at least she won the award though. That's super cool.
Yeah.
She was really worried about it actually too, and we'll talk to her later. But she was like saying that she for some reason was entered into the novice group for costume making, whatever, which is considered a master costume.
Right.
But somebody put her into the novice group or something like that, and so when she goes through, and then she didn't win for novice, she didn't win for like advanced or anything like that, she was like all concerned, she was all worried that she wasn't going to get anything or win anything, and all of a sudden, boom, that's when she went, and she was like ecstatic. So she came in, she got to the room, and she just goes, boom, 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 she goes, check this out, motherfuckers! And I was like, we were like, So she was, yeah,
I mean, it's all, you know, it's
she's running around right now and her outfit.
Well, good, she deserves it.
She's having fun.
anybody that works for it, you do.
So, chainmail.
Back to the chainmail, sorry for getting off track, when I first ordered this, it was actually, I was actually worried that this would not make it in time for the film.
So you imported it from Portugal, right?
For those who don't know, I have a secret site of buying things from Spain. I don't know why, it just is. They're very hardworking people, that's all I can say. I bought this chainmail shoulder piece, and the guy who was there, I bought it originally off the site of Etsy, and the guy was kind enough to, since he's from Portugal, I think he's Spanish, so Etsy was kind enough to like insert a translation, so I'm always going back and forth with translating and figuring out and using actual Spanish site to like figure out for the mailing process, and then American mailing process of time if it's in the States or not. He told me that it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks made. This is all handmade by the guy, so
It's actual, this is actually, if you hear it,
this is actual.
that's actual chainmail on
This is
there. It's not like plastic. It's
You
actual
just
metal.
take a decent beating with this,
Yeah, that's
actually.
what it's
Yeah.
actually made for.
Probably excellent for any kind of LARP or medieval convention.
Have you seen that stuff? I think it's in Russia that they actually do the knife fighting.
Yeah.
It's like octagon, but it's actual metal swords and everything like that. And
Pretty sure we couldn't get away with that here in America.
not yet. Not yet.
What's interesting about the leather material, even though it's moving everywhere, maybe I'll fix that later, but it's an actual leather material that's actually made to stop an incoming bullet. So if I was to be like actually shot by a shotgun, it would have to go into the chain first, past that, into the leather, and then the back part of the leather would actually stop it, and my shoulder would be perfectly fine. So when I go into the costume, I'm not just getting something like look super dopey, but I'm actually going for the real deal because I have a habit of high spending. So, and plus I like to be super safe in the city of Harvard, which is like number 2 most dangerous city in the whole country, at least next to Vegas and Springfield. It's the United States.
It's certainly out there.
And Easton and what's the one in South Jersey? Camden. Freaking Camden, man.
Yeah, Dallas, Texas doesn't come close.
You got what you get? Nice. But watch out, it might not be actual juice, it might be his juice.
Yeah.
You mean E?
Yeah. But like back to the shoulders, he was telling me it's gonna be originally 4 to 6 weeks to make. And I was like, alright, that's way before the convention usually is, so I can wait that long, that's fair enough. And then there's an extra week, to tell me that it is flying overseas by plane. Thank God it's a plane, because if it's by sea, I would have the worry of something happening mid-ocean travel.
And not to mention too, I think the import and customs hold times are like an extra 2 weeks for shipping.
Exactly.
So.
And he was kind enough to send me pictures of the progress that he made.
That's awesome.
So I'm super grateful for that. So I knew what I was actually getting. I'm not just saying that. Like I physically saw day after day. Like I would message him like, I'm super glad to see when he finally arrived. I'm glad that he's showing me progress of what he makes. He's actually lucky enough, a lever maker and a blacksmith over in Portugal, and he does this type of stuff to support his family. So
That's awesome.
so, and like to be honest, I only spent $150 US dollars, but that translates into 320. I don't know what the currency is in Spain is.
I think they still use the euro.
Yeah, they still use the
Part
euro,
of the European Union.
and it translated that into 320 euros. So like, even though it's some be way out in Portugal, even though I don't know, but I felt good helping somebody in a country that a week later was reported and on the news that like Spain is 5.5 million unemployed.
Yeah.
So I felt really good like helping them. So even though I don't care about the amount, about what I care about is the quality, not the quantity. Because if you go on the quantity, you're going to screw yourself. So it's all about the quality.
Yeah.
Because you're going to buy a lifelong kind of regardless. But he told me 4 to 6 weeks. And then I was worried about the extra week because of the unemployment, but he told me that before that happened, it was in the United States, and they went in the state of Pennsylvania, I believe, and going to Connecticut, so it's like maybe a couple of days, or 2 days travel, maybe work for me. And eventually it actually arrived, and I'm actually super glad, because this part here is more important than the smaller part, because this part covers more of the shoulder, this part just covers like a portion of your arm, so like
Yeah.
overall, I mean, I'm super glad it came in. I was super worried that it wouldn't.
I mean, it turned out great. It's funny looking, but at the same time, it's
Yeah.
serious looking. It's something really unique. You don't see much unique
That's
stuff
my
at
thing.
cons. It's like, you know, people will do like, you'll have the repetition of certain things. Deadpool will always
Yeah,
have the Deadpool
always.
everywhere. But Deadpool can also be like, I'll be Spider-Man also, or I'll be
Yeah.
this, or I'll be that, and then you're doing.
There's some other guy who's doing a redneck Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yep. I saw a Mad Max Deadpool today.
Yeah?
I haven't seen it.
He had red tire shoulders and stuff.
Oh,
and
That's
whatnot.
actually pretty cool. I gotta give it
Yeah,
that.
he was pretty awesome.
That's what I like about condos, is like, to think of something and maybe go with it.
Yeah.
Fun.
So it's like, and then you've got your like out kind of stitched together. It looks like some different types of fabrics and materials. And then what's on the neck? It's like little styrofoam balls, right?
Not styrofoam, actually.
What are they?
These are a child's, like almost a toddler's, ball pit balls. Which I painstakingly and very riskily hollowed out with a knife. And then just hot glued a pen into some shoestring and just quickly fed it through. So I got this
There you go.
all set with taken care of with that. The rest of this is just an old bed sheet attached to an old
Oh.
shirt with a hoodie hood, and all stitched and glued together. And just tried to keep it very simplistic. And the mask is the only thing I ordered online from eBay. The guy only made it in red material. I asked him, hey, would you mind if you made it in white? He first said, I don't know if that's possible. I was like, okay. And then he got back to me, he's like, listen, just for you, I'll make it in white. And then I saw a week later he was selling them normally, so I'm like,
Somebody
okay.
was very happy with that, so that's good.
So, yeah, that's about it.
Tell the story about the lady in the bar downstairs. The lady with scraps.
Oh, yeah,
The wraps.
so anyway, Deadpool has some wraps on his arm, looks like bandages and stuff. So I just use actually scraps from the old sheet,
Yeah.
attached with some medical tape to keep him up. So anyway, while we're having a conversation, just having some drink, I take them off, put them down next to me and stuff like that. We're just drinking. And then I guess she started cleaning the table, and I guess she thought my wraps were an old napkin and tossed them, and I was like, oh, fuck.
God damn
And
it.
I was like, oh, easy come, easy go.
It's the worst. It's the worst when somebody does that.
Actually, it was just funny how it happened, because
I'm not even mad.
I didn't even notice that he brought it up. I was completely oblivious to it.
I was like,
The one year that I was here, actually, we stayed in this hotel.
How's the pricing from this year compared to last year? The same or
We have 4 people in here for the entire weekend. It's $120 per person. That's really not bad.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
good.
bad.
But we booked this hotel a year ago.
Oh, alright.
oh, good idea.
We did it as soon as we found out what the dates were for the next ConnectiCon. We booked it.
Excellent, good.
But the one thing was, so a few years back, I used to do a cosplay of Ghost from Modern Warfare 2. All
Okay.
decked out, head to toe, everything, combat gear, guns, the works. So I would have like my guns lined up against the back window here and whatnot, and you know we would let the maids come in and clean. We will not let them come into the rooms at all anymore because after 1 year, someone stole 2 of my guns.
Oh shit.
And it was my MP7, which was awesome, and it actually was a function. Like it was my actual like airsoft gun.
Yeah,
and-
it's deactivated, right?
Did you
No,
find
it
out
was
who-
no. I just took the battery out of it.
were you able
Oh,
to find
okay.
out who it was, or
No, never found out who it was, but it was like a $400 airsoft gun. And
Oh,
That's insane.
somebody took that.
I
and
know
they took a
airsoft.
pistol.
I used to be I'm an old fanatic of airsoft. I played it many times as a young child. 3 years from 2008 to at least 2012. And even before that,
So you appreciate the value of that.
I do.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
about.
why
It's
it's
not
good,
like,
man.
oh, that's a fancy gun. You buy that. Oh, I got money. It doesn't matter.
Nah.
It's like when you have to work so hard to get into a hobby that you enjoy, and then shooting with friends.
And then just have it stolen out from underneath.
Yeah,
you
But the
nowhere near.
best thing was, I think, like 6 months later, I went to PAX East for the first time. Or no, it was that following year's PAX East that I went to. And I made really good friends with a bunch of the guys from Gearbox Software.
Oh,
I think I've seen
Sega.
their logo a couple times.
And Sega, and so I actually wound up making friends with a bunch of guys that did the work on, unfortunately it's a terrible game, but Clone and Marines.
Well, it's Sega.
But it was like, you know, I made friends with a lot of those guys, and
Yeah.
like maybe like 3 weeks after PAX East, I got this huge box in the mail, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I opened it up, it was an airsoft alien pulse rifle. And they sent it to me as like a thank you for everything, like for
I
being
am
a big fan.
legitimately jealous of what you have.
So that following Comic-Con, I went to the Aliens Clone Marine panel, and I'm sitting front row. I got the pulse rifle in my hand. I'm like, these guys sent it to me. I need to get autographs and whatnot. And they're like, hey, we have a special guest, blah, blah, blah. I think I see him coming this way now. Lance, would you mind coming up here? And he's down up front. He's got a big Fisher from the original Aliens. So I was fortunate enough to get Lance Hendrickson to actually autograph my pulse rifle. So I have an original AI from Aliens that autographed the pulse rifle, and he's like, oh, you know, we used to do the knife trick and stuff like that, and I pulled like a dummy rubber knife, and I was like, oh, and he goes, I'm not gonna do it. But then I got Randy Pitchford, who's the president of Gearbox, to sign my gun and all that kind of stuff, and it's just kind of like sitting on a mantle now.
That's an awesome
You
story.
keep that. Always keep those treasures alive.
I used it for my Colonial Marine cosplay, and I was like, I'm gonna start wearing away the signatures. I can't do that, so I
You gotta put it up your way and retire it.
I retired it. Everything, like the armor's on like in the corner of my room, and then just like the helmet's up on the top, and then the pulse rifle's on the wall. So
That's what I did with the first 2012 cosplay was I didn't even start Purple Deadpool at all. That wasn't even thought at 2012. I originally went as Iron Fist with Marvel Iron Fist. And luckily, because like as a young child for me, I aspired to become a voice actor, and I thought at the time as a child, like everyone was worried about becoming like maybe I should become a scientist or a rocket master or military or something. I was like, why not cover the whole spectrum of just voicing cartoon characters and making that easy money?
but the thing is, it's not as like rewarding as we think it is.
No, it's not. I know. I got to meet Jim Cummings in 2012, and he explained everything to me because he was like my main inspiration for voice acting, and that's why I wanted to get a good shot. And
I've got a nice little shout out to have to put out there. John, if you're watching, thank you for everything you've done for me and my company. But John St. John Duke Nukem, he did the voiceover for my company, and he and I talk on a regular basis. Well, I met him here, and we just started talking, and every time he comes...
I've heard he's a very pleasant man.
Every time he comes out east, we try to get together.
That's really cool.
He's cool as hell. He's probably one of the nicest people I've ever met, and it's a pleasure to work with him. So.
I bet, because that's like a rarity.
Yeah, it is. It's a little tough. Like I've been trying to get some of these other celebrity guys downstairs to come upstairs and talk a little bit, but Sean Astin, I will find you. We'll take the hobbits to Isengard.
People look. Actually, speaking of Lord of the Rings, like the voice, the character or what do you call it, actor. He got to play Gimli. You see him yesterday. I got to meet him.
What, the midget guy?
Yes.
The true guy?
The original dwarf master.
Was he here with Sean?
I didn't get to meet Sean Austin. I planned it, but I forgot.
He looked so out of it yesterday when he was doing his autographs. He just looked like he did not want to be there. I was like, oh man, that sucks. It's like, I wish he would have been like more happy in Turkey, because I would have loved to follow him. But
I got to meet the guy who played Gimli, but I had like a good hour conversation with him, and I asked him because I was always curious, and I thought I would never meet this guy despite my just my own living, but I was just like, man, I'd like to meet that guy. I used to ask him this one question. I didn't even know he was going to be here this year at ConnectiCon. I was like, yeah, this is my one opportunity, my one chance. So I went there. And there was, like, I spent $44 getting a signed autograph picture of Gimli. Now, I have a huge, deep love of dwarven culture and dwarven society and everything. I think they're the most master race of everything. Like, tiles, like, they're intellectually mastered, but, like, dwarves, they're the reality base of just iron fisting, powerful,
And now you're a fan base among short people who just went through the whole
There
room.
we go. Sponsors.
You can be intellectual as fuck, but you're not gonna get anywhere when you come to work there. So when the wars hit, they could just screw up that and like
Because they go for your knees.
yes, they go for the knees. Go for the knees. If you're a dwarf lover, keep going.
Why do I feel
Also, it's like Tim for a bam.
Yeah,
If you go for the knees, man.
would it wind up being more like Star Wars and the AT-ATs? They just start running around you in circles and you just fall over. Just like they tie your legs up.
A little bit. Like, I asked them, like, because I was always curious, like, in the back of my mind, I knew how they did it, but I wanted to know physically, verbally, how they explained to me so it feels more legit. I asked them, how did they make you, like, appear shorter in the film? Because he's a super tall dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Super tall, not, like, if you watch a special edition people, you're like, oh yeah, he's a super tall dude. And if you don't know that, you're just like, oh, he's a short guy. But, like, I asked them, like...
It's like the camera perspective, right?
I asked them, like, when you're working with Peter Jackson, how did they make you appear more shorter in the film? Because I know you're a super tall guy, but he explained to me, he's like, well, and he actually showed me, he's like, well, you see this leg? I'm like, yeah. What they do is, they just cut off this part, and then I have to be put in the boots, and then by the time we're done filming, they surgically take a needle and thread and just sew it back up. It's a very painful process.
That's like wisecracking.
Yeah. But like,
that's good though. You have a sense of humor though.
Yeah, it was very nice. I asked him how it was working with Viggo Mortensen. He was just like, oh, he is a very original character.
Well, you saw the one thing where he, in Lord of the Rings, when he actually when he kicks that helmet that was on it?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, it's actually, he broke his toe.
Yeah, he broke his toe.
Yeah, and then when he's laying in the river, like, oh Jesus, like,
It works.
I'll tell you, that drink sneaks up on you.
But no, like, when he was, like, laying Jesus, like, in the water, there was a part, if you rewatch the process of making the film in the Lord of the Rings films, there's a part where, like, he almost had a drowning experience because he got
pulled under or something.
Pulled under the rock.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Everybody's freaking out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us today on another podcast, gentlemen. We're gonna get back here later a little while. We're gonna get some other people on the show and we're gonna hang out and stuff. So, all right, guys. Have a great night and we'll
play The Witcher 3.
Witcher 3. You heard it. Do it.
I command it.
Joe's giving a thumbs up back there.
Play it.
A thumb sideways.
You don't know what it is, research.
All right.
We also have Captain Morgan and Pope.
There's, I think, a little bit of Captain left.
Yeah, a little bit of Captain.
Oh, actually, behind the TV, that's Captain Morgan Parfait Mango.
That's really good with
It's
like
delicious with anything.
And then we have wine.
Vino.
And then we have something else too. The
There's,
Cabernet?
no, the Cab Sav is gone.
Oh, okay.
That's what ruined me. Last night was the Cab Sav.
Oh, really?
That ruined me. Yeah. Okay. Quiet on set, please. Please, thank you.
I did not say that.
I did not. Oh, hi, Tom. Anyways, alright, so we're back with Maya on the show, and actually we have a little bit of an announcement to discuss here. So Maya has been cosplaying and working on this outfit and this designing and cleaning up and polishing. We talked about it yesterday. Her seventh sister outfit, now you can actually see how she's actually wearing it right now. She doesn't have the actual face mask on because we're enjoying and celebrating and having a good time. But the outfit, she actually wound up getting something you want to tell them?
I won Best in Show. I was entered as novice, and they decided to give me Best in Show. Well, yeah. Never won a award before.
So she wound up basically going in, being classified as a novice cosplay designer. But if you look at what she's wearing right now and the intricacies of the actual helmet and the chest plate and the actual clothing, now did you stitch and sew all this?
Yeah.
So she designed and sewed together all the different pieces of the actual outfit itself. So I would not consider that novice. But somebody done fucked up.
Well, the contest for ConnectiCon, you are automatically entered novice if you've never won or competed before, and I've never won anything before, so it's a novice. And then apparently the judges didn't like that too much, so they bumped me up.
And so in the long run, after everything was all said and done and completed, she wound up along the way. Oh, that was terrible. See you later.
You're bad and you feel bad.
You're bad. You should feel bad, and everyone you know should feel bad. So, but then you also went up against our buddy that was here yesterday, Joe.
Yeah, poor Joe.
Joe
Joe didn't place at all. I'm sorry, Joe. We love you, but
Joe, you're dancing all the time, dancing. Do it.
Dance. No.
Joe didn't place. She beat Joe.
I think it was the aspect of patterning, 3D modeling, 3D printing, painting, sewing that the judges were looking for, and all of the other top good contestants that won all had really big sewing projects. So I think that was what they were looking for.
The helmet.
The helmet's resin captured.
But was that originally a 3D print, or was that something?
It was a clay sculpt.
Place sculpt. Okay. So that was place sculpt, and then silicone molded,
Yep.
and then forecasted.
And rotocasted, yep.
Nice. What about the chest piece was?
The chest piece is 3D modeled, 3D printed, finished with filler putty, sanded, wet sanded, and then painted with auto.
So it actually gives you a nice hard, actual hard. So some of the other stuff you'll see out there, which is a lot. Now, do you think is it lighter or is it heavier than the EVA gold? Is it heavier?
It's about the same.
The same. It's a thinner material when you actually look at it, but when you actually see between the foam and...
When did you get here? I got here like 8:40. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Once it got to 9, I waited in line for less than 30 minutes.
Good.
I was pretty happy.
I haven't seen all of this.
I know, I've been watching all this shit.
What a good day so far.
Yeah, it's fun. I played some fun games.
I haven't played any games yet.
Oh, tomorrow.
I don't know how long
It's good stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's okay.
What is it?
If you mix that though, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to mix that with Fireball.
Ugh! Why would you ever?
They call it Angry Balls. It's actually really good. I thought it was gonna be shit. It's good. So, alright, so we were going back to, sorry, we had a little hiccup there in the camera recording, but, so we were talking about how the weight difference between 3D printed and foam printed, or foam design, there really isn't much. I mean, the thickness, if you want something that's more close to your body, the tight fit, 3D print all the way, is the way to do it, or peppercura, and actually create and cut out and design your own items printed out to cardstock and then glued together, then with resin, epoxy resin.
Yeah, so I invent Bondo.
And all that.
This actually has fiberglass napkin inside of it for reinforcement. Just makes it not
Broken one.
Yeah,
What's the belt piece, the little belt piece in the middle? Is that 3D printed also? That's all 3D printed also. So yes, I mean, you have the 3D printing, you clean everything up, you really made that chest piece fantastic. It really looks great now. So the helmet has lights on it.
Yes, I finally wired them again.
But
because they were broken.
you're going to do the chest at some
Yeah, I'm
point.
gonna redo this. I'm gonna put LEDs in the top. But there's still some things I want to do, but I didn't really have time to do it, so it's okay.
Well, Maya, congratulations once again on your awesome victory.
Thank you.
Decimate. Destroy. And never apologize. And, we'll see what happens with the next match, too. So we can do some more of this.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, everyone, have a great night from everyone here at Another Podcast. I'm Kyle. This is Maya. And we'll talk to you guys later.
I'm such an alcoholic. Literally every podcast you talk to find is drinking hard liquor.
That's